Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this video. And today we are at HersheyPark. I'm super excited to get back on SkyRush over there and some of our other favorite rides such as Wildcat's Revenge and Storm Runner. But most importantly, we're just going to be here for a day visit. Should be pretty fun, so let's get right into the park. Of course, at the entrance is Candemonium. This will be on 3 trains, so not too worried about capacity. We will save this till later though, because that's when the line typically gets the shortest. But right now, we're going to head to SkyRush first for the first ride of the day. Just a quick tip when you're coming to HersheyPark, there's this little path right here that goes directly to SkyRush, so if you're looking to go to SkyRush directly at opening, I suggest that you go to this path right here. Right now we are about 2 minutes from opening, so we're going to head directly to SkyRush. We're going to just stay there until the line gets a little long, so we're going to get as many rides in as we can, and then we'll update you once we're done that. Only managed 2 rides on SkyRush. They're really good though, but as we can see, they are starting to hold very early in the morning, so definitely we're gonna have to come back to this. We got front row ride for our first ride. That was okay, not to the SkyRush that we knew that we would. But then we hit row 7, and that's when it started to pick up, and that's when we started to know that this is here to stay. So right now we're gonna start to head to Great Bear before the line gets long. So just to get an idea of the crowds we're going to have to deal with today, it is a Sunday, but this is the line for Comet. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be like this all day, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to get on this today. Here is a good view of Twizzler's Twisted Gravity. This will be opening later this spring. Unfortunately, I don't know if it will be open for Christmas time because that's when we're going to come back to here next. So we'll see if we can get back here next year to get on this. Second ride of the day, Great Bear. Great Bear is done, and you know what? That was running really good at this time of year. Usually it's kind of sluggish this time of year, but it seems to be in mid-season form right now. Definitely much better than it was last year. Here's a much better view at Twizzler's Twisted Gravity. They don't have the gondolas in just yet, so it's not to do that, but definitely a really imposing structure once you're right up next to it. So Great Bear was a station wait. Unfortunately, I don't expect that to be for the rest of the rides today. Right now we're heading over to Storm Runner and we're gonna check the line out there. Alright, it is time for Storm Runner. We took a peek at the line. It is a little lengthy, so we should expect to get on this in about 20 minutes.
Now get ready, here we go.
Alright, we just got Stun Storm Runner in the back row. It was running pretty good. Got some pretty decent airtime on the top hat. All the elements hit this time. So we are going to head over to the Wildcat side of the park to either do Fahrenheit or Wildcat's Revenge. Alright, so we checked Fahrenheit's line. It doesn't look too bad, so we're going to hop a ride. Got a nice row 2 ride on Fahrenheit here. Wasn't running too terrible. Was a lot less rattly than it was last year though. It still was a little bit shaky on the Cobra roll, but that's just expected. Right now we are going to head over to Wildcat. It is now time for the best ride in the park, in my opinion. Wildcat's Revenge is done in the front row. I do believe this is a front row ride. It was hauling today. Some of those elements, like the barrel rolls, of course the airtime, they all hit better in the front row. So right now we're gonna head over to Lightning Racer. I heard that they got a little retrack over the off season, so that should be interesting to see how smooth that is. Well, that is probably the longest I've seen that line go, so we're probably going to have to skip this ride for now. With lines being a bit much right now, we're gonna grab a quick bite to eat.
12 seconds later.
Alright, so our quick lunch is done. Our pretzel we got from Top Tier Treats. These are some of the best pretzels you can get at any theme park, so highly recommend to go here to get one of those pretzels. So a good rule of thumb every time you come to HersheyPark is to come to Candemonium later in the day. That way the line isn't too terribly long. That's because all the general public goes to here first, since it's literally the first ride that you see. And once it goes to about 3 or 4 o'clock, that's when the line typically gets the shortest. So we're gonna hop a ride on here, see how the line is. And just like we predicted, it is a 10-minute wait. So we are going to hop a ride. And Candemonium is done in the back row. It was pretty good. It was much better than when we rode last year, so definitely improvement for that. They did get some new clamshells, so that was kind of cool as well. Definitely a great ride on this pretty good B&M hypercoaster. And these views of SkyRush are just impeccable. Cannot be understated how good this ride is. Would like to get some re-rides on it. Of course, it will all depend on the line, so that's where we're gonna head over right now. And SkyRush is a stairway, so we are going to hop a quick ride on it. One back row ride on SkyRush later, and this ride is just amazing. Cannot get over how good that first drop is. It does have a little kink to it, to those of you who are unfamiliar, and the rest of the layout is just in perfection. Got lots of airtime, lots of side-to-side movement, just perfect that this ride is. So I have noticed it has started to die down a bit on the midways, so I think we can start getting our re-rides in on rides other than SkyRush. So Lightning Racer is celebrating 25 years this year, and they got some different merchandise options right here in the store. Yep, that's Fahrenheit and SkyRush over there. Over here are the 25 sweatshirts, so definitely cool to see my Lightning Racer representation. Alright, we are going to check the line for re-rides on Wildcat. So the line was still in the switchbacks. We wanted to die down a bit before we get some more re-rides on that, so we're gonna go back to Lightning Racer, see if that line has died down a bit. Alright, so the line has died down significantly, so we're going to take a ride on this. 2 rides on Lightning Racer, 1 on each side. We're not going to talk about the results. I definitely noticed how it wasn't too rattly this time. There were some rough spots, although it wasn't too bad. I also noticed that we got a lot more airtime than last time we did it last year, so definitely did some improvements over the off season. Unfortunately, I think Wildcat is not going to go down, so I believe we're just going to wait that out just to get our re-ride in. So I guess today is just not our day with Wildcat. They cleared the line because of a medical emergency. So unfortunately, probably not going to get our re-ride on this. So we're going to probably head over to SkyRush and end our day out there. Alright, we are going to get our rides in at SkyRush. We're going to stay here until about 6:45, and then we're going to check back at Wildcat to get the last ride of the night there. Four more rides on SkyRush, and I believe those 4 rides just solidified that there is just no bad seat on this ride. It's just incredible how consistent all the rows are. So we're gonna try heading over to Wildcat, see if it is open. It is close to closing, so we're kind of had to hustle over there. But hopefully our day can be complete with just 1 more ride. Attempt 2 at a Wildcat re-ride. Attempt 2 was successful. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to get a back row ride since it was the last ride of the night, so they wanted to force us onto the train. But we ended up getting row 3, which was pretty good in my opinion. It was still flying like it was in midday. So, of course, the park is now closed, so we're gonna make our way towards the exit for the park. The fountain is off. I'm sad. Nah, I can't be sad. We did SkyRush today. But anyway, that'll do it for our day here at HersheyPark. Had a very productive and fun day today, if I do say so myself. SkyRush definitely cured my sadness, especially after that debacle at Wildcat. That was kind of odd, but anyway, any ride on Wildcat is really good. Any ride on SkyRush is good as well, and of course, all the other favorites that include Candy right here. But that's gonna do it for this video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you would like to see more content just like this. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day.